Welcome to video lecture on data structures. Myself, Dr. Shubha S., Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science from Government First Grade College, Malleshwaram, Bangalore, would like to present this video lecture. In this video lecture, you will be learning about what is a linear array, memory representation of linear array with few examples, about two-dimensional arrays, memory representation of two-dimensional arrays for row major ordering and column major ordering with few example problems, followed by applications, advantages, and disadvantages. To begin with, let us recap what is a linear array which you have learned from previous video session. So linear array or the one-dimensional array is a finite set of homogeneous data elements of size n such that each element in the list will be referenced by an index value and will be stored in successive memory locations. Now the diagram here, it shows the memory representation of linear array. Here the size of the array is 6 and the values are 45, 34, minus 3, 0, 29 and 4. So in computer's memory, space is allocated randomly by the operating system. So here the memory address 101 is the base address, means the starting address of the array. So in a linear array, if we want to find the address of each memory locations, we make use of the formula that is location of A of k is equal to base of A plus W of k minus the lower bound. So here k represents the position of the element in the list and location of A of k means we are trying to find the address of the element in the position k. Now base of A, it is the address of A of 0. That is the address of the first byte of memory allocated for the array A. Now W is the number of bytes required to store the element. Now here W will be equal to 1 if it is a character type array, 2 if it is an integer type array, 4 if it is a float type, and 8 for double data type array. Now let us take an example. Consider an integer array of size 5. Find address of A of 3. Address of A of 0 is 500. So here we are given A of 0 as 500 and integer array means W is 2. So here we apply the formula that is location of A of k is equal to base of A plus W of k minus the lower bound. So location of A of 3 is equal to 500 plus 2 times 3 minus 0, which is equal to 506. So location of A of 3 is 506. Also, you can see from the diagram provided here. Now, similarly, let us take one more problem. Consider an array A of size 10. Suppose this is stored at storage address 200 with 2 words per memory. Find the address of A of 4. So here again, we use the formula that is location of A of k is equal to base of A plus W of k minus the lower bound. So we are given base of A as 200, W as 2 and k is equal to 4. Now when we apply the formula with these values, we get 200 plus 2 times 4 minus 0, which is equal to 208. So A of 4 is at location 208. And you can see that in the diagram also. Two-dimensional array. So a two-dimensional array, it is a collection of m into n elements arranged in the form of m rows and n columns, and the elements will be referenced by using two subscripts. A two-dimensional array is also called a table in business applications like DBMS and matrix in mathematics. So there are two different ways of storing the elements of two-dimensional array, and they are row by row method, which is also called row major ordering method, and the other is the column by column method, which is also called as column major ordering method. So normally you should know that the first index value will represent the row number and the second index value will represent the column number. Now in the diagram, A of 1 0 means the position of that element is in the row number 1 and column 0. So similarly, if you take A of 0 2, it means it is in position row number 0 and column number 2. So now first we shall see row by row method of storing the elements of two-dimensional array in the memory. Now from the diagram, we see that A of 1 1, A of 1 2, A of 1 3 are the first row elements, and A of 2 1, 2 2, A of 2 3 are the second row elements, and A of 3 1, A of 3 2, A of 3 3 are the third row elements. Now again, if you see the storage representation diagram for row major ordering, we observe that the first three memory slots will contain the elements of the first row, and next three memory slots for second row, and the next three memory slots for the elements of third row. Now to compute the address of each memory location of the elements which are stored using row by row method is location of A of jk is equal to base of A plus W of n into j minus lower bound plus k minus the lower bound. So here location of A of jk, it is the address of the element which is in jth row and kth column of the array A. And base of A means the base address, that is address of A of 0 0. And n is the number of columns in array A. LB stands for the lower bound, which could be 0. And W is the number of words per memory location. Column by column method. So in this method, the first column elements are stored first in the memory allocated and then followed by the second column elements, third column elements, and so on. So now in the example displayed here, we have 3 cross 3 matrix, and the elements in the first column, that is A11, A21, A31 are stored in the first three memory slots reserved for the array. And the next three slots, that is A12, A22, A32 are stored. And the next three slots are reserved for the third column, which is A13, A23, and A33. Now to calculate the memory address of each elements stored in the memory using the column major ordering, we use the formula location of A of j comma k is equal to base of A plus W of m into k minus LB plus j minus LB. So here A of jk, it is the address of the element at jth row and kth column in the array A. Base of A, it is the address of A00, and W is the number of words per memory location. Let us try to solve some problems. So consider 30 into 4 array. Suppose base of A is 200 and one word per memory location, and the array is stored according to row major order. Then find the address of A of 15, 3. So in this problem, we are given M as 30, N as 4, base of A as 200, W is equal to 1. So location of A of 15, 3 means J value is 15 and K value is 3 here. Now, if the elements are stored in row major ordering format, we use the formula, that is location of A of Jk is equal to base of A plus W of N into J minus LB plus K minus LB. So after substituting the values in the formula, we get location of A of 15, 3 as 200 plus 1 into 4 times 15 minus 0 plus 3 minus 0, which turns out to be 263. So from this, we understand that if the elements of the matrix A is organized in row major ordering form, the location of A of 15, 3 is 263. So now let us imagine that the same array elements are going to be stored according to column major order. Then let's find the location of A of 15, 3. So for column major order, the formula used is location of A of J, K is equal to base of A plus W times M into K minus LB plus J minus LB. So after substituting, we find the location of A of 15, 3 is equal to 305. Now similarly, let us consider one more problem. So consider 10 by 10 into 14 array. Suppose base of A is equal to 120 and 4 words per memory location, and the array is stored according to row major order. Find the address of A of 5, 13. So here again, we are given W is equal to 4 words per memory location, M is 10 and N is 14. Base of A is 120 and J, K, which is J is 5 and K is 13. So since the elements are stored according to row major ordering, we are going to use the formula location of A of J, K is equal to base of A plus W into N into J minus LB plus K minus LB. So after substituting the values in the equation or the formula, we see that location of A of 5, 13 is equal to 452. Now for the same array, suppose the elements are stored according to column major ordering, then we can find the location of A of 5, 13. So to this, we use the formula, that is column major order, which is location of A of J, K is equal to base of A plus W into M times K minus LB plus J minus LB. So here again, after substituting the values, we get the location of A of 5, 13 as 660. So let's see the applications of arrays. So arrays, they are used to represent the records, stacks, lists, and queues in memory. They help in sorting and searching techniques and also used in matrix multiplication manipulation. And it is also used in the representation of polynomials. Advantages. So some of the advantages of using arrays is that we see that it is easy to compute the address of an element in an array. Data elements are stored in the same order sequentially in computer's memory. Also, sorting and searching techniques are easy to be implemented using arrays. But the drawbacks or the advantages of arrays is that addition and deletion of elements is not easy, and size of an array cannot be increased if required during the execution of a program. So now that we have come to the end of this video lecture, I hope this video has helped you in understanding the representation of linear arrays in memory. Now, in my next video lecture, you will be learning about the different operations on arrays. Thank you.